Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate and get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that lead to quality legacies. Let's build. Welcome. So today's topic is, do guys want to date Instagram models? Do guys want to date Instagram models only? Before we get into that topic, I want to jump into what was going on with Cam Newton. Okay. So, all right. So here on the Ruth and Relationship Show, first of all, I gotta check, make sure. Shoot. Let me see if she can hear me. Yeah, let me see if y'all can hear me on Facebook real quick because I done changed some things. Let me see. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Let me check Facebook real quick because I want to talk about what Cam Newton had to say yesterday. It was like, so I'm like, how did y'all know? Like, how did y'all know I was going to talk about this today? When I said I was getting prepared, and then what happened was this fell in my lap. I was like, okay. All right now. So let me see if they can hear me over here on Facebook. Okay. All right. All right. You can hear me on Facebook? She said, I'm on it. Hey, there you go. Teamwork make the dream work. All right. Let me see that. Can you hear that too? Tell me what you heard. If you can really hear me, tell me what you heard. Did you hear this? All right. I got my sound effects working. Shout out to Team Ruth Squad in backup. All right, I'm so excited, y'all. I've been wanting to do this for a minute. So as we proceed to give you what you need, don't let this girl hype. Yo, everything's becoming real. All right. Cam Newton was talking his talk yesterday, and I want you to hear me. I want you to understand. When you get a new mind, okay? The Bible talks about your mind being renewed, ladies. Your mind being renewed. Now, how we grew up. Come on, somebody. Everything your parents taught you, baby, was not the right thing, baby. I'm sorry to tell you. When you understand and you become a parent and you start deciding for yourself, okay. I was listening to I want to say Gary V's not Gary. 10X. Grant Cardone, right? I was listening to Grant Cardone. And he said in a little clip, he was like, everything your parents told you about money, write it down. And then pretty much ball up the paper and throw it in the trash. Because that's not it. That's not it. And they did what they gave you, the advice they gave you, that's what they did, and that's why they had what they had. So what I'm about to tell you, the way we grew up in society, this whole you better not say nothing about women in any kind of way. Be careful, because sometimes men say what they say, they talk how they talk, and they are in a marriage too. And if you don't actually know what the other person is looking for in a partnership, in a romantic relationship, in a marriage, in an employer relationship, you don't know what the other person wants, you're going to perform poorly. If you're okay with performing poorly, that's okay with you. But me, nah, I'm good. So what I'm saying is, how we grew up. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Yes, I can. And I broke my ankle. Proving to boys I can do something. Boys are going to be boys, sis. I'm talking to you, my friend. Boys are going to be boys. They are going to say some stupid stuff out their mouth. But it's not that stupid stuff they say out their mouth. You have to take, it's the message. So I'm going to explain as best I can what he's really trying to say. All right. So I know it's going to sound offensive. Remember, this is $1 million worth of game. I was listening to the show. Okay, these are the street boys is talking. Men are talking, and they're not going to be like, well, hello, how are you today? This is an awesome and fabulous day. They're going to be like really themselves. Y'all don't want to know how they talk in the barbershop. I don't either. I cut his hair at home. It's like, I gotta go. Right? So if you don't want to, that's why I noticed it's like, y'all cuss up. Yo, it's okay, but it's a lot. And y'all have to get used to it. And the tone ain't gonna be the best tone. So the society has trained us. Like I remember it was like I really wanted to believe what the person I was with was saying. I was like, but it was like I said, everything you said, I get it, and you're right, but I don't like your tone. I said that, I said that. I don't like your tone. And it was like I missed the whole point because I didn't like his tone. I didn't like he didn't sugar baby, sweetie pie, honey, baby me. I missed the whole point and I never did what I was supposed to do. Don't be like that. Learn from my mistakes. I would make those mistakes again. Now, back to the show. So we are taught a certain way of how people, men, women should talk, but y'all need to understand what people are trying to say. Because a lot of times, let's say you're my client, right? And you come to me and you only know how to talk a certain kind of way, right? And then it's like, they's like, oh no, that's some BS. And like I'm like, oh my gosh, no cursing, no this and that. I can't hear you because I'm so focused on how you presented your package. I can't hear you because I'm so focused on your emotions and your anger. I gotta hear past it. I gotta hear past it so I can help you. All right. If that makes sense. If it makes sense, say it makes sense. If you're watching this on the replay, replay gang. And if you're on here, say hi. All right. So that's what I would say. Let's hook the screen up right now and let's get into what Cam Newton said that offended so many people. And I get you, team girl all day, but sometimes listen, when a guy's talking and a lot of y'all want to get with a Cam Newton and you just don't want to hear how he said it, what he said, and all of that. And it's just like, come on, like get what the message is and understand the message of it and stop looking at the messenger and how it was said. And no, it's not always said with the perfect tone. And there's guys, oh my gosh, yesterday, I really dug into some red pill yesterday. Let me tell you, there's guys spitting pure venom. This was the nice version. This was the nice version of a man like saying, this is what I want, and woman, sit down and be quiet, right? This is the nice version of that. Those other people was just like, pretty much don't get married. Pretty much don't be in a relationship with them. Just dog them all. I mean, what would you like? What would you prefer? Him being honest and saying, listen, sis, I'll stick with you if you go ahead and if you can act right, I'll be with you. Or you gonna be like, don't even get married and just dog them all out. Well, if you had to pick, they say the lesser of two evils. So let's do this. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna play it to you, and then I'm gonna play you what the other people's reaction is. Hopefully, they don't say nothing to me.
37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household: my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was. Not a bad bitch. Okay, what's the difference? A woman. Okay, a bad bitch is a person who is just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. doing this, I'm doing that.
Stop. Wait. Pause. Wait. Hold up. First of all, somebody who's in another country or whatever, you never heard of this. This term has been around for years. It's actually supposed to be a compliment. Okay, it's supposed to be a compliment. I'm not one of those people. I'm a comment on that later. But wait, why he get the neck movement and the mouth and the neck? Wait, watch.
Okay, a bad bitch is
Watch his neck.
a person who is just
Hands. Oh, the hands. The hands.
Girl, I'm a bad bitch.
The hands.
I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I'm active. Okay, you know, and there's a lot of women who are bad bitches, and I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to.
So somebody being disrespectful is not going to try to clean up their, even though I've seen it done before, but this is a term that the women are using. Women are using this term. Then when he takes it and uses another way, now he's even apologizing because he's like, I don't even talk about women like that.
Go off the aesthetic of
trying to show respect.
Nadine is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your.
A woman for him, okay, for him. Every man has what they're looking for in a woman. Every woman has a man something that they're looking for in a man, and everybody has that right. I should see the Jared J. talking about. Hold on, Instagram coming.
But knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no. You can't cook. Okay.
So, I mean, these are things like they kind of like trigger. They can trigger women when it's like, oh, well, dang, I'm not only good for cooking, but you have to understand his position and many men's position. If they're out here making money, if they're out here, they can easily just sleep with women. Why would they take on a woman as a responsibility? Make sure she's good, and then not say, okay, well, I'll take on your financial burden. I'll take on your responsibility. I'm going to make sure you're happy. I'm going to make sure you're protected. I'm going to make sure you do all these things. See, the problem is we like one-sided agreements too much. Come on, somebody. I know. I might be getting on your nerves, but we like one-sided agreements too much. We like to do lose-win, like win-lose. We want our side to win and we want the other side to lose. But win-win says, I'm going to do for you and you're going to do for me. And these are the things that he wants to do. So I need to explain it to you because we all grown here. Stop picking little things in there and be like, oh, I can't believe all he wants me to do is cook. And no, he might want you to manage some big things, some big projects, ask you for your opinion and advice. But he's saying, this is what I need. I need you to cook. Why do I need you to cook? Why do I need you to cook? Because I was watching a food show. I've been watching all types of shows. I've been trying to variety. It's only a little clip. Don't be too impressed. But they were talking about like I was like, oh, plating food. Let me see what they're doing. Let me see what they're working. I was like, oh, that's all they did. Oh, I do that, right? So he made Chipotle from scratch. He made an $800 soup that you'll find in fine dining restaurants. He made that from scratch. They don't always the one guy was on the show. He was like, I don't need a woman. I could just don't help me. It's not Uber Eats. It's Postmates, right? He said we could just get Postmates. I don't need her for that. We just get Postmates or whatever. That's not why I need a wife, because every guy has their own. That's what I learned on this journey. Every guy has their own thing that they want from their wife. Okay, some of them not going to ask you to cook. Some of them want you to cook. Cam's one of those dudes that want you to cook, right? Why? Because they always used to paying for every meal, every restaurant. Have you ever just went to restaurant after restaurant, and after a while you just get so tired and they what? I want home cooked meals. That's what they say when they come from college, right? Home cooked meals. So the long story short, the guy cooked every piece of that thing from scratch, right? I'm not saying a woman would do this, but I'm just saying how good it tastes when it was all made at home. You know what the qualities were. You know your kitchen was clean. You know, come on, some of y'all don't eat from people now because you know they got. So you know that your stuff is prepared well, and it's to your dietary needs, and it's to like a chef would do. Like, right, let's say he's a football player, so he has to have certain things in his diet. So to have somebody that has your back and wants to see you, it's in a wife's best interest. Some of y'all. So it's in a wife's best interest that your husband lives as long as he can. Some of y'all, I don't know. Well, maybe it's the bad bees. I don't know. Y'all want them though. We about to talk about that. Do guys want to date Instagram models? And this is what his version of Instagram model is also a bad bee. All right. So we on the topic. All right. Now, knowing when to be quiet. Every woman has to know when to be quiet. Every woman has to know when to be wise. You know, they have to be wise at all times and has to know, like, listen, we get emotional, so we get worked up. And the girl was just talking about it on the submission show that we did yesterday. Check that out if you didn't see it. And she was just saying how sometimes when somebody says stop, when a guy says stop, something you're just warring, like you get so upset. Hey Ty, how are you? Right? So you get so mad when somebody says stop, or well, I used to be like, because this is what the women say, like, we know how to push your buttons. Like if we really know how to take you out, right? Like if we wanted to, and that's what a good wife knows, that she can do it, but she won't do it, right? That's a good one. But then you get them other ones. So he's saying that you have to know when not to speak. I went to a business meeting and, you know, Mr. Gangster wants to like start cussing and all that. And I'm like, don't do that, because this person is like not cussing one. And the name of their company has the Lord in it, right? All of these different things. And I was like, yo, you gotta, like, it was embarrassing. I was like, yo, you don't know how to like talk in a different way, like be more professional in a different setting. Like that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. So a bad boy or a bad bee, they don't know how to chill when it's very important things happening. They just run in there. They don't know when to react, and they just start embarrassing you. So this is where I think he's saying versus y'all don't ever speak. Like what man is gonna say, yo, you better shut up. Like I'm a man of your woman. You better not speak in my presence. We're taking it so extreme. Like this is what they're trying to say, and they're saying it's misogynist.
I don't know how to allow a man to lead. Now, a lot of women have never.
So you want to be a wife, or you want to be with somebody, right? And you want him to put a ring on it, right? Y'all said y'all heard y'all that was y'all and Beyonce. That's not okay. So you want him to put a ring on it, but you don't want to cook. You want him to put a ring on it, but you won't let him lead, right? I didn't know. I was like, why is this whole dancing thing back in the day when I was young? I was like, what? That's like you have to let a man lead you in the dance. Because if y'all not in the dance, if a man is not leading, then he's being led by this woman, and he looks weird, and that's gonna look weird to people. But let's say one person has to lead, and he's saying, "Listen, I'll step in front of the book. I'll step in front of the book. Listen, bro, you want to lead? Yeah, I'm pushing you in front of the book. Y'all forgot it was a back door. It's another side to this story, right? Y'all forgot it was another side to the story. Okay, you want to lead? Go ahead. There's a knock on the door. Suspect. Go ahead, leader. Go ahead, leader. I got the shotgun in the bag. Go ahead, leader. You got this, right? Like you got to see it from a perspective of like, all right, it takes pressure off of me as a woman. It's nothing wrong with that. Letting a man lead. If you're leading a man, then you're being his mom. If you're always leading a man, you're being his mother. Period. Okay, you don't believe me, but just go ahead and try it. Just go ahead and do it. And you're going to be like, yeah, this is not fun at all. Like, I want the other guy. You're going to want the other guy. Because when you had to lead that guy, that's the guy you didn't want. But when you get the guy you want, you got to learn when to fall back. That's on some Ask a married woman stuff. Like, ask married people stuff. Stop asking single. Let's go out to girls' night. Those kind of girls, like, it's fine. Girls' night is fine, but you can't, like, you're not finna tell me like, oh girl, you gonna ditch us girls' night for your man, for your husband. Yes, I am. I'm be the one. I'm ditching. So yeah, you gotta choose.
The kickback of that is be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet for the man that handle his business. You know, that's what they say. Or I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna be submissive to a man that handle his business. That's what they gonna say. So what is your? But there's ways to do it, and I'm not just about to sit up here and beat up my queen. No, I ain't saying like that. But I'm also gonna.
So did you see that? He said, "Look, let a man lead." And then what did he said? Well, if you was handling your business, now, if you was handling your business, right? That's like the woman nagging, like, you ain't make it like I want you to make it yet. You ain't do the things I want you to do yet. And that's not the way to get things out of a man. You should be able to inspire him to get it versus tell him to go get it. You should inspire him to go get it versus shame him that he don't have it. How is shame? Think about it. Does that make sense? How does shame, right? How does shame get that man where they gotta go? Did shame work for you when you was a little kid? When they shame you, did your parents shame you? Did that work? Did that work out good? You got the shoulder coming out, right? Hello, shoulder. Did that work for you? No. Inspiring you, telling you could do anything. My parents told me I could do anything I put my mind to, right? Sometimes they wanted me to be a nurse, but it's okay. I'll forgive y'all. Haitian girl stuff. Don't worry. Keep going. And then what did he say? Kim said, y'all not about to have me disrespecting my queens up in here. I'm not gonna throw shade on them. And y'all, they took it and they said he was misogynist. I feel bad. I apologize.
Tell the men to start being men. Also gonna also tell the men to start being men. Absolutely. That sucker shit should not be rewarded. And what sucker shit? You know, when a person carries himself social media wise and it's a fraud in real life. Okay. You know, it's more to it. Every person that got money, every person who's rich isn't a real one. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I think that gets kind of misconstrued in this society now because a lot of people have money, but they're not genuine people. You know, right? And I pride myself, everybody who knows me knows, like, bro, Cam's a solid dude. He keeps his circle extremely small. I'm not afraid to be by myself. Quick example. I had two of my oldest children birthday last week, and I'm in the mall by myself. I found solitude in there by myself. And a young man approached me and was like, "Hey, bro, I know your cousin." And I'm like, "Okay, what's that? Like, who?" You know, he spoke his name, and you know, I proceeded to keep walking, give my children their birthday gifts. Then, you know, the same dude kind of followed me into the store and was like, "Hey, bro, you said X, Y, Z." I said, "Man, you know, I ain't got time. It's my daughter's birthday today, whatever." So as he left, you know, my cousin dad hit me back. And when I say cousin, first cousin, my dad's sister's son, he did hit back and said, "Bro, you got to stop being by yourself." And I simply text back, "No weapon form." Yeah, you get the rest. See what I'm saying? You know what it is. You know, and I think a lot of dudes, they walk around in the army, and it is true. You know, there's strength in numbers, but at the same time, there's also dysfunction in numbers too. Absolutely. So with me, it's like I really want to hold myself to a standard that when you meet me, like, damn, like, what the?
Yeah. So that was the extent to what he was saying about the one. It's not like he was ragging on women or whatever. He was just saying a certain type of woman. She's saying that she's wait, there's more. Wait, there was more. He was saying
His energy, his aura, is something about
he was saying something
I always
about
pride myself with that
the
as a
2021
teammate,
Benz
as a
with
businessman, as a son, as a brother, as a myself in a different way that it can get overlooked because
He was
playing
saying,
my sport, which is a bad sport, you don't often have times to articulate the real you. You know what I'm saying? And I think
so
my foundation broke.
so some woman got mad that he said it's like they was like, oh, the girl was like, he was like, she was like saying something about routes or something like that, and he was like, that's so crazy. She was saying a bunch of terms. Like as a woman, I was like, yo, that's so technical. It sounded like you just read it, but you know, I think she was the person was trying to be smart. She was trying to be smart, so he came off disingenuous, right? And she said what she said. He was like, "Oh, it's so crazy to hear that come out of female mouth," right? And she just went off. She was so mad. I used to get mad at guys calling me a female. I was like, "Female? Why I got to be a female? Why?" That's when that's when Ratchet Ruth came out. It was like, I got to be a female. We used to go through these all the time. We had the best conversations when I had that job, bro. It was so crazy. So they was like, but it's some guys, yo, if you, I'm like, I could see, and Cam said woman, right? He said woman, and he said, I know what a woman is. That is like a man who says woman, right there off the bat, is like, okay, this is a guy that respects women, right? However, the bull, he said, we say bull in Philly, right? He was like, every single time he said anything about a woman is females. And I was like, why do Philly boys? I was going in. I said, why y'all Philly boys always gotta call us females? Why we can't never be, we could be bees, we could be hoes, we could be females, but we can't be women? When we ever gonna be called women? But the guys are always getting called guys or men. It's neutral. Guys is neutral and men is positive, right? So when are we gonna ever even say women as a positive thing? So my thing is, let me show you. Let me show you this reaction. It's sometimes I try to tell you, man. They say right here. Hopefully, no smoke with these people because I don't want it to be like copyright. But it's on YouTube, so All right. It says Cam. Then they wrote in the. I want you to see this. It said headline says Cam Newton says real women cook, shut up, and follow men. How rude! Why wouldn't he just say that? He said follow his lead. Like if something's going down, and he like, look, let's go do this and let's go do that. I don't want you questioning me in public. Like not like I'm talking about with my kids. If women start to think like, okay, the man is going to tell me what's to play, right? I tell the kids what's to play. God tells the man to play, right? Let's look at it in that way. The guy's telling me to play. We're in public or whatever, and he got to protect me in public and all of that stuff. And he's like, yo, let's go over there. I'm not gonna be like, no, why I gotta go over there? Why? No, okay, maybe you saw something I didn't see. Let's be real. Maybe you saw something I didn't know. Maybe you feeling the vibe that you saw somebody moving, and you can't unsee some things on social media, right? The bull's trying to get in his house, and then the guy come up on him, and next thing you know, he reaching, he already pulled out his gun. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Women don't have to be worrying about this kind of stuff. One thing, you better be glad you're a woman, sis. Better be glad. That's crazy. Because he was like, hey, yo, such and such. And then he shot, but the boy that he was running up on, the one that was getting run up on, he already shot him right in the chest. So anyway, like I said, so men think like that. Men think like, what's the worst case scenario? Like, what am I going to do? Like you had to already think like, if somebody walk up on me, I don't know them, they start talking to me all crazy, I'm holding on to my gun and I'm gonna pull it before he pull. If I see him go, I know what to do, right? So women is like, I don't know. That lady would have been like, what you pulling that gun out for? Let me stop. I'm being mean. All right, so here they go.
In this society now, because a lot of people have money, but they're not genuine people. Okay, so I'm keeping score, Francesca. Women need to shut up, cook, and let their man lead and stop acting like they're bad dick. Carries himself social media wise and it's a fraud in real life.
Well, he ragged on the men and the women.
Stop acting like they're bad bitch. But on the flip side, men have to stop being suckers and stop being fake on social media. It all evens out, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to say that they don't
Forget about the
respect.
home or their responsibilities or being a good partner.
Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I
supporting
get.
the kids, supporting their partners or anything like that. No.
You
it's
wanted him to
just,
talk like a woman.
Stop being fake on social. Don't use that.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me switch the screen so you can see him. All right.
Filter, you don't look like that. Like what? It's so nebulous. He doesn't actually have advice for men. He's making that up, and the other hosts are like, okay, yeah, I guess I know what you mean by a real one. Nobody knows what he means. He doesn't know what he means by any of this. It is. Look, I'm sorry, but
How can you tell somebody what they mean? This is the part where I'd be like, ma'am, please. You telling him pretty much to shut up yourself, and you need to be quiet, ma'am, because it's like, how you gonna tell somebody what they mean? Like, he doesn't mean any of that. What? Huh? Ugh.
athletes, truly, and I just say this with a lot of respect for a thing I don't know how to do.
Wait, stop. Right there. Do I even have to finish? You just said, I want somebody. Oh, I want somebody to come to me, talk to me about real estate. And you don't know what the hell you talking about. I want you to. Guys don't have to even do that to me. They're like, listen, I don't really know much about real estate. I'm like, thank you. All right. So when she's saying like, I need men to shut up, but it's okay for her to say men can shut up. This is how we're okay with this kind of stuff. This is not fair. Like, either way, it's not right.
Stick to sports, please. Like, don't ask them about anything else. We often don't want to hear it. I'm sure people really like Cam Newton as a player. Don't want to hear his opinions on everything else. It is very, I don't know. I just want to, like, last thing I'll say is, is Rihanna, like, who's about to have a kid, like, not a bad bitch? There's a lot of bad bitches out there. There's a lot of bad bitches.
He didn't say that there weren't. He was talking about girls. This is what my thing is. Where the black lady to speak on this? Can we get a black lady on here? Because you don't know what you're talking about. He's not saying that Rihanna's not. She actually can back up that she's bad. She can back up that she can do certain things. He's talking about girls that they look a certain way, and then they don't contribute the money that they say they don't got, and then they don't do the other things in the household that need to be done that a man will be interested. Like, oh, okay, I'll give up my player lifestyle. I'll give up the single life for this. This sounds good to me. You're enticing him with what to say the food is the fastest way to a man's stomach. Like, okay, he didn't say like, oh my mama never spoke and my mama just cooked and she, like, what? I'm confused. So he's talking about people just acting like they are something that they're not. Okay, and he's trying to say that to the guys, these girls that you see that's acting a certain kind of way, like, if they're not doing certain things, then it's not going to work for me. That's what he's saying. And he's saying you can do all of those things. You can run businesses. You can do all of these things. But can you do the thing that I need you to do? Can you do what I need you to do, though? Can you let me be the man? Can you let me be the husband? Can you let me do all those things? So I ain't mad at him.
Bitches. In fact, what a bad bitch is someone who can actually, who's not gonna go for an idiot like that. No scrubs, bringing it back.
Y'all talking about the black women. She's not black. She's not black. So y'all saying that we have attitude. Like, what's up with her attitude?
Get back to no scrubs.
Bring it back to no scrubs. I'm not even getting.
No scrubs. Are they married? You call Cam Newton a scrub, sis? Huh? Where? How? Please be quiet. Yeah, she's the girl that won't shut up.
Bad bitch knows her own worth to not mess around with a dude like that.
I do love hearing from athletes outside of just what their normal, what we hear from.
If you continue the interview, I don't know exactly where it is. They say that women, there's some women, I can't quite, you know what? I got it. The other bull got this. Let's go get it. He said something else, and he was like, a lot of women are bad bees, but they'll never say it. They just are about it. You know what I mean? They handle their own, they take care of their man, they do whatever they do. And then back in the day, it was like, can women have it all? Can you balance your man and a career? Can you balance your kids and your man? It seems like when I think about it, it's like, yeah, you can have your kids, you can have your career, but your man's gonna suffer. Like, let him eat it. Like, let him suffer. Let him not get what he needs. And that's not good for anybody, because now you're not really happy with him because he's not happy with you and he's not doing what you want him to do. So you feel like he ain't worth nothing. Then here goes a divorce. So we got to be real careful. Real careful about what we talking about. Uh-oh, here we go. I missed this one. Oh, man. He said, bad bees that won't be quiet. Oh, gosh, here we go. Oh. He's another one that talk rough. Like, he talk rough for the Cam tribe. That's how he talk. What you want me to say? You want a girl, go get a girl. I'm just saying. That's how they go.
Which has Gilly the Kid and Waddle's podcast, and they were obviously resurfacing to this, right? So Cam Newton apparently back in 2017, which I was unfamiliar with.
Yeah, that's when they talk about that.
And getting those extra yards. Does that give you a little bit of enjoyment to see him kind of truck sticking people out there?
That's what she said.
The whole quote is that's what she said. Newton was smirking
I'm like,
while Rodriguez asked the question.
Who wrote that?
Totally inappropriate comment before he answered. Can anybody take a joke? Before we even get into the video, can anybody really take a joke?
He was saying like how that sounds so technical. That's like, it's funny to hear somebody not in real estate talk about real estate, because I know the hell they don't know what they talking about. That's all. I mean, you could take that offensive. I used to be super sensitive.
I think it's my job, Rodrigue. I guess it's Rodrigue, not Reed.
You don't want to be disrespectful to women, so he probably
Today in one,
learned his lesson years ago. There's nothing else happened like it after the fact. So I mean, that could be like, him learning his lesson. I could see how old Ruth would have got offended. I ain't gonna lie. It's so crazy how a female can say that. I was like, oh, I know somebody said that to me in my life. It's like, oh, it's like, oh no.
Okay, a bad bitch is a person who is just, girl, I'm a bad bitch,
Say hands again.
Facts. That's exactly how they talk. Exactly how they talk. Facts. And I look the part, but I don't act the part. Okay. No, they don't. See, that's the one thing that he definitely wrong with at the beginning of this is that they don't necessarily look the part. They don't look the part. And they don't act the part. A lot of them look like they straight from the streets. And boy, oh boy, I seen once yelling out loud on the quiet street talking about, give me my purse!
That's my purse.
Give me my purse, girl! They was arguing with each other. They were supposed to be friends. Continue to rock. All right, have fun, babe. Okay, and there's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in any way, not to.
That's what he did say it.
But just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem as a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is. So wait a minute. He's giving you more context, right? And I hate when people take words out of context in order to try to get a great news.
Yeah, that's what they did. They took it out of
I don't know if Cam
context.
was trying to be back in the league or anything like that, but I do know the context behind what he said, and we can all be a little bit disingenuous sometimes.
Yep.
We take people's words out of context in order to try to justify how it is that we feel about somebody specifically. We know what a chick is talking about when she calls herself a bad B. I'm just saying B, right? And we know when we reference a bad B as they reference themselves, what's being implied. He's saying that these are chicks that may be winning and maybe get to the bag, whatever, so on and so forth. But it's not so disingenuous as to try to call her a degrading word. This is kind of like when people use the N-word around each other, and it's like a term of endearment. I don't agree with using the N-word with each other.
So one quick thing, quick story time. Like these girls that I used to work with, they used to call themselves bad bees all the time. And one day I was like, I always tell them like, don't call me no big. Like they're like, girl, like it's a term of endearment. I was like, no, don't do that with me. I'm telling you right now. Do you know how many times I've heard girls like, oh, we got into a fight. We was down in Miami, and what happened, girl? What happened? Yeah, she called me a big. I was like, what? Don't y'all call each other B all the time? No, that's not how she said it. Oh, okay. You had used the wrong term, and the earrings come off, and the shoes come off, and it's on. That's what had happened. I was like, please don't do that. Don't do that. Sky tried to call me. Nah, I'm good.
Like Rock would call a chick a bad B. You would never hear me call a chick a bad B, but I get what he's saying. It's not that hard to figure out. Handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs. Facts, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, you can't cook. Facts. You don't know when to be quiet. Facts. You don't know how to allow a man to lead. So that's the big thing. You can't cook, you can't be quiet, you can't allow a man to lead. You don't know how to be quiet. That's the biggest thing that they didn't trip over. When I'm reading a lot of these articles, they're not tripping over the fact that he said a bad beat, right? I'm guessing they might be tripping on that, but that's like 0.2 or something like that. They're tripping over the idea that this dude said you don't know when to be quiet. I'm not really sure what he said that may be off. I absolutely 100% agree with everything that he's saying. Now, is he a reflection of that because of the way that, they reported him saying that he ain't rocking with the mother of his kids and all this other type of stuff, even though she got one of his kids. That's a whole.
I think he's more so talking like decorum of like there are moments where you don't want to say nothing. There's moments that you're over talking. You know what I mean? I don't think he's like yo sit in the corner and shut up and cook my food. That's not what he said. You know what I mean? And sometimes men be thinking in their head, I wish you would just shut up. I hate y'all. Because we talk a lot. When y'all going to start admitting to it? Because we talk a lot sometimes. And then sometimes when I'm really cool and laid back and chilling, not saying too much, then they be like, why you ain't talking? You can't. Yeah, stop taking it so seriously.
With regard to,
I don't know. It comes with maturity, though. Like, every woman not going to think the same way. They're not going to have the same opinion as me. So don't think that all women think like this. It's just, after a while, it's just like, I get like, even the Bible talks about a nagging woman. It's better to sit on the corner of a roof than hair like dripping water or something like that. That's how much it annoys a man to be with a nagging woman. And it's not that even you're talking. It's like there's levels to it, right? You don't know when to be quiet. Then you're talking, like talking a lot, and then you're nagging on top of, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the max. And a lot of them are not happy because of that, because of that. And even the preacher was saying it. He said, you don't want to listen to, he said, you don't want to hear me when I said don't nag, but then you mad because he packing his bags and he got to go and he not here no more. Remember when men used to leave women? Remember back in the day when men used to leave women, the whole song, when we was growing up? Come on, somebody talk to me, because I'm talking the truth, right? When we grew up, okay? They were saying like Papa went out and went to get some sugar and never came back. That's when the guys used to lead the women. And then what happened? Those guys, you know, those kids that got left, they're like, I'm not leaving my kids. And now it's the women leaving the men. What am I saying is wrong? What am I saying is not the truth? Right? But why did those men leave though? He couldn't win with her. He couldn't win with her. He was getting stuff thrown in his face all the time. So when Cam Newton is saying you gotta know when to not speak, that's the kind of stuff I believe he's talking about. But if he's like, he didn't say women don't know how to shut up. You know what I mean? He didn't say, that's not what he said.
Labeling themselves as a certain thing and how awesome they are. We know that women today are not looking at the
No, look, that's what it said. Women shut up. Like it says shut up in the headline.
And so what he's saying is absolutely true. Characteristics of a great woman is a woman that knows how to be quiet. She might know how to whip up in the kitchen. She is definitely a little bit more feminine.
He said she might know how to whip it up in the kitchen, but he talk about his wife. They eat Postmates all the time. The one guy was like, I ain't getting no damn Postmates. If it's Postmates, and I ain't never getting married. It was so funny. So funny.
Not embracing her masculinity, and she allows a man to lead.
So when they're talking about embracing your feminine energy and allowing a man to lead, the feminine energy will allow for a man to lead. Okay, feminine energy know how to be supportive. When you're kind and you're supportive and you're encouraging and you're allowing him to do what needs to be done. If you're my thing is, a lot of times women want the man to be the workhorse, but you're not allowing him to have a say in like how things are gonna go. Like, come on, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm out here working, slaving for these kids, and they don't want to put the groceries away when I bring home the food, and you know, then they think they could talk to me any kind of way, that's not okay. You know, it's just not. So I think love, respect on both sides is definitely needed.
I don't really understand what the problem is, but I also understand that Cam can be a bit controversial as far as how the league looks at him, how society looks at him, and any man that says something that has any visibility that addresses the issues of women today is going to be a target. Now,
but why y'all come to the black people show messing with him? Leave him alone.
Cam saved his money because I'm not sure if any NFL team wants to pull back from that, and I'm not sure if he's even looking to get back in the NFL. But maybe he can.
Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. So stupid. So stupid. You can't even say nothing. You can't even speak your mind. That's whack. You know what I mean? If that's how it is, just be like, his punishment is no girls want him. Okay? It's okay. And they be the same one like, yo, you got to have Cam Newton money to mess with me. Like, I'm so conditioned by Facebook that I was about to check my notifications. It's 8. I gotta see them. That's not even a lot. It's not gonna be nothing important. All right, so for our topic today, let's see what we got on Facebook. Let me refresh Facebook because sometimes it gets a little. All right, so now that we took all that time for that, so question: do guys want to date Instagram models only? Right? So now every guy does not think like Cam Newton. I mean, it's like that guy, he's over it, right? But the other guys that don't quite have his money or don't quite get girls as much, right? They're still on this Instagram model stuff. They still on this girl that looks amazing on Instagram and showing her body and, you know, plastic surgery, all that good stuff, right? So it's not that they want a girl on IG. It's that they feel like they could get her. Like, I was like, oh, I can get her. But I'm like, maybe you can get her, right? But you can't keep her because she's going to want this, that, and that, and that. So why would she leave you when she can get this amount of money for one guy? Yes, but don't close the envelope. Oh my gosh. I was like, you said a pleasure working with you. I thought she was, hold on, y'all. I thought she was quitting. I also was a pleasure working with you. I said, what? My sister, y'all. I said, what? Jermaine about to quit on me, y'all. Jesus. I'm gonna watch this back just for my reaction. I was like, what? She's like, it's a pleasure working with She's writing something. All right. Oh my gosh. I was about to like, oh no, we about to go, y'all. We about to go. All right. So yeah. So there's the I feel we talked about this a couple times on the show where we're saying that there's guys that reach up, right? Reach up in levels. Now, this is the rules of the game, okay? The rules of the game is this. Don't get offended. So guys are gonna rate you on how pretty you are, right? That's where you get the 7s, the 8, 9s, and 10s, all of that scale. You're not supposed to use 7 according to Karen Chalmers, right? So they're rating you on look. So if they think you're a 9 or a 10, that's the girl that they want to go for. However, they might be a 3 in money. You're looking down on him because he doesn't have that much money. So when they go up in money, then they're going up that scale, right? So it seems like guys at a lower scale, they're looking up to they want the girls that's out of their reach. Women want the men out of their reach. Men want the women out of their reach. Are y'all with me? So there's girls that will be on the same level as that guy, right? They call it the Myra effect. I love how they coined it. They called it the Myra effect. Y'all remember Steve Urkel? And how he wanted Laura so bad. She was the captain of the cheerleader squad, woo woo, and he was a nerd, and he wanted her. But then there was a girl on his level, Myra, and Steve was acting like he didn't want her. That's what I remember. She was madly in love with Steve Urkel, and he was acting like he didn't want her. Okay, so now that they got together eventually and all of that, but there's girls that said that they are Myras. There are women that said that they were the Myras. They were nerdy, they were quirky, and they were overlooked. I mean, I maybe had a Myra phase or something, I remember, this is what I do remember. He don't like when I bring this. He watch the show. I was dumped over not being popular. Okay. Sometimes guys, even if they're young, they get their sense that they're like, I like this girl. This is what I like. But then if you're not as popular as the other girls, then they dump you for popularity. It's like, you can't just be pretty. You got to be pretty and popular. That's how I feel like it is with the IG models. It's like when I remember the whole, I broke that joint. Remember the last time I was talking about how this one guy was like, oh, I talked to this other girl and she got, like, he was so like happy with whatever I had. And then as soon as he saw a girl with her smallest amount of views is 4,000 on TikTok, I was like, what are you? You're a grown man. Who says stuff like that? I was like, no less than 4,000. Well, guess what? I hit 5,000 on my reels, and it's gonna keep going up. So I was like these numbers don't mean nothing to me, and they small. But I was just like, why are you so impressed? Like, she don't make no money from this thing. She's still broke. You still buying her ice cream. Oh God, you still buying her ice cream, right? She still gotta, like, come on. Like, I'm pulling in the real money. And anyway, let me be quiet for these words come to me. All right. So the problem is that these guys get with the Instagram models, right? And the Instagram model type girl, and she may not even be on Instagram, but she just got the look. I mean, she got the lashes, the butt, the Brazilian, the lace front. Everywhere she goes, she seems like a celebrity to herself, okay, and others. And that's the girl that they want. But these girls cheat on them because they getting money from everywhere. Like, how they gonna make their money? Like, they make their money by sleeping with guys and getting money. We all know that. Tell me they don't. Time they don't. The fact that you even you bend your, the fact that you got your cheeks out on the gram, those are the receipts that we need. So guys come at you for certain reasons, and though some guys try to make an IG model a wife, they try to wife her so bad. They're like, why don't she want to stay? They take all the money you got, and then boom, they on to the next one. So guys seem to think that all girls are like this, and they're not. So I want to give you a couple clips on the girl that is ignored, because I wanted to give a voice to the women that they're like, I don't wear makeup every day. I don't dress up every day. The kind of job that I have, I gotta wear scrubs. I'm not always put together, but I'm still a pretty girl. Why don't I get seen, like, looked at? Or maybe I'm into certain things that people think are not cool. I'm not in the culture. I'm not in the popular culture, right? I don't dress like everybody else. I don't act like everybody else. So the guys actually ignore me. So I also want to say on a side note, it's like it's a lot of toxicity out there, and women already feel like this. On top of that, the men are making them feel worse. And men have to really be careful on how, like, everybody's making each other, like, everybody's down in each other. It's just like a crazy gender war going on. It's so crazy, and it's crazy. So anyway, let's talk about this Marva thing that I drew out. Here we go, boom. Wait, we got what's this? Is there like a little song playing? I can't even hear it. I have to just trust that I'm doing the right thing. I want it to be like elevator music. Child, this girl got a word called. This is what she did. She worked hard. Okay, here we go.
Women just want stuff lyrics that,
This is Courtney Michelle. You can find both of these women on Lapeef Network. Let's Talk Show. So that's where they come from. Hey, Lalu.
And yesterday I was on a panel. Shout out Uncle Wale. They really want, whatever. Yeah, future. All the time, Black women want bad boys, and
Right.
they get on Russell Wilson, but they really want, whatever. Yeah, future.
She can't even remember his future name because she ain't really listen.
And, yesterday I was
If I ain't heard that many times too, I don't listen to him. Hello, great one. How are you? Lalu says.
Don't know nothing about him. Pull him up. Content is amazing. I'm Wale from chat. That Negro right there. So I was on his live yesterday, and there's a guy on there that said, y'all black women, all you want is drug dealers. I said, well, the average drug dealer actually makes less than $25K a year. So the drug dealers are really just nickel bag guys. So
I'm fine, thank you. Legendary, thank you.
That is the narrative that I think men have of women. That we just
I'm glad.
want bad boys. We just want drug dealers that 1% of black men, and I can tell you that a lot of us do. Yeah, a lot of us do. But that's not all of us. And that's definitely not me, and I don't think that was the case. So in our conversation, we was like, well, that's not us. And the type of women that we are not getting talked about. So the Earth effect, let me bring up something.
So it's like back in the day when we didn't get all made up and we weren't wearing makeup, full face of makeup and all that. That all just started like, I don't know how many years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And because when I was in high school, wearing makeup was not cool at all. You had to wear your face. If you wore this much makeup, they would like, I ain't wearing that a lot. Like, I'm natural glam, but honey, red lipstick, it was like, what? No, now it's like an everyday thing. You see kids wearing full face of makeup, and then I understood. Like the other day, this Asian girl was walking with a full face of makeup on. It was so heavy, and I was like, "This is what the guys are talking about." She looks like it was a very like it was too much. It's too much. It doesn't look natural. I don't know what you look like. It was very giving me drama queen vibes. So it was like, wow, that's so crazy. So girls that don't do all of that, they're like, y'all not even giving us a fair shake now. So what I'm saying is, remember when I said take the money part out of it and then judge people based off of character and if they work hard, like when you were talking about men. So when it comes to women, take the makeup out of it. Take the makeup out of it. So that's where I think, and this is what I want to, when I'm talking to in the field, I think it's presentation. Guys don't like makeup, right? We know they don't like makeup. It gives some women a leg up, but they don't really like makeup. But the presentation has to be consistent. When you're showing up on the show, wear your nicest clothes. When you know what I mean? That kind of thing. The thing with these girls, they're not presenting, they're presenting like everyday girls. So when I'm wearing, I don't like if I wasn't getting dressed up for the show, I can't tell you I'm gonna be in a dress and heels today. I can't tell you that because that's just like that's if your job is not asking for it, are you really going to dress like that? Now I'm comfortable doing it. On some other days I feel awkward, like what do I do? Whether I wear a dress, to wear sweatpants, I'm confused, right? I'm comfortable in gym clothes and dresses. That's me. But so yeah, they're not because they're not in a certain kind of clothes. I used to get like, why do I get this reaction? Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you look like this. I just changed my clothes. Like it's not even nothing. They're like, whoa, I can see because this girl, look. She's wearing her flannel shirt. It's not hugging her. Like they just wear regular clothes. They're not trying to make everything tight and fit close. And that's how they are. That's what they do. But guys are not giving them no attention. Or they also have weird things going on. Like one has pet cockroaches and stuff like that. This is crazy. But yeah, that's what you got. That's what you got, dude. All right. So let me make sure my volume is good here. I think we should go. Or they also have weird things going on. Like, oh, I like my audio though. All right.
And I'm just doing this not to, art does imitate life. I always kind of compare stuff because art does imitate life. So we're going to take Family Matters. Let's talk about that man.
There you go. Remember the show? Steve straight on Laura now. The Urkel effect.
So
he loved that.
I'm going to compare Urkel. We're going to say that he is usually like the good guy, right?
Like his head is with her and his arms is over here.
And what I hear a lot of times is like, yeah, Urkel, a little clumsy, a little goofy, get it. But he was in essence a good guy. He was a smart guy, was in love with a woman, would have been faithful to her, whatever. But she overlooked him. And a lot of us get overlooked, true. And
I'm sure you're doing greater than yesterday. Yes. Always. The next day is always better.
The Myra. Yeah, man, you do get overlooked. And you get overlooked by the women that you want because they
so these other men are being overlooked. This the woman is being overlooked.
They might want the alpha man, the man with money, the man on TV, the football player, the rap star. Got it. They might want that. But that's not all of us. And for the Myras that want the earth, but you guys want the Lord.
Right. So there might be some guys that are in the same position. It's like you want this girl, and she may not be an IG model, but she's always done up. She always looks nice, but she wants the guy that is the high value man. She wants this guy, and you're just like, well, I'm right here. Why is she not looking at me? They're saying that women are saying that there's a girl right next to you, and she's close by, but you over here looking at these girls, these with their, come on, with the cosmetic surgery. I don't know if you guys have that over there. But you're looking for a girl. You're looking at tits and ass, right? And you're like, oh, bigger the better. Ooh, body banging, and then the waist has got to be right. Like women have to go through this stuff. Like it's not easy, right? So it's some things that they're gonna feel insecure because like, well, I don't have all those things. Just like the man says, well, I don't have money, and the women don't have the body for basically they don't have the body. They don't have the body. Let's be real. Let's be real. They just don't have the body, right? They just don't have the body, like because they're not ugly women. So maybe they just don't have the body that the guys are looking for, or they don't display it like that, and they're getting overlooked. Lalu says, I'm single and happy because I believe in myself, even when not even when Rian does. Who's Rian? No one. I believe even Rian. Who's Rian? This is the second time you said it. And you said, all I do is focus on being the right man for the right woman coming. Exactly. And be open. Be open. She may not wear, like, even though we think it's makeup, it's all done up, but she may not dress the way you want her to dress. She natural. Y'all like natural, so y'all be fine with that. She may not wear her hair like you think she should, or she may not, be into certain things that you think she should be into. Like, oh my gosh, you don't get your nails done? Like, no, girls like that don't. maybe I'm. That's why I'm a little Myra a little bit, because it's like this is what I have to do to be feminine. Oh my gosh, right? They just think it's a bunch of crap, and they're right. Sorry.
Want the thoughts? You want the IG models? You want the girl with the big butt, the big tits? You want the girl that might, the cheerleader, that you do want them. And women like the Myras, women like me, especially in high school, some college that got overlooked. I think Kay, we've been talked about that as well too. So go ahead.
But you know what? To be honest with you, what I've heard Ben say was, yeah, we might look at that man, we might go after that sexually, but the girl that they marry is not going to be an IG model. So yeah, I will give you that. Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about that?
Yeah, I've been hearing that argument that, women don't want, the good guy. They want the thug, they want the bad guy, they want this and that.
They sound mad when they say it too. They sound mad.
Even before social media days, like,
is that rest in peace, Myra? Wait, she died?
Narrative that I think is extremely popular. But I know for a fact, I know through experience, I know that there are girls, women who like those guys. But a lot of time, not all the time, but a lot of time, those men or those boys, if we're talking about like high school or something, aren't checking for those girls. They're looking for the most popular, the most beautiful, the most made up, the most, outgoing, out there type of person that they can find. And sure enough, those women.
So yeah, but guys don't want the made up girl though. They don't want like too much makeup. Like if your makeup is on point, okay, but they don't want the super made up girl either. All I want is a simple woman full of positive lifestyle attached with a modesty and the fear of God, which seems to be beginning of wisdom. So you should have a lot of women like that over there, right? Because they say none of us do. They said we riding over here. They want to go where you are. You got all the good women over there. They say we bad in America. They say we bad.
But it's like, okay,
so yeah, I'm always going to be
all of the people in your same science class
correcting
that do like you. I think it's the same exact thing. Like when people say women only like bad boys, and it's like, okay.
He said a versatile woman, to be precise. Yeah, a woman that can handle any kind of situation.
Man, like,
And I think that's true too. You want a woman that is versatile, that she doesn't always like that. Oh my gosh, I'm in my heels. I can't hike up this mountain with you or go on an adventure with you. But a girl that can do both. Oh my God, like she know when to dress it up. And like that, I think that you made a perfect point that the best kind of woman, if you're going by looks, she can get dressed up and get dressed down. Great. Like, that's a dream, right? I mean, that's what if I was a guy, that's what I would think. But I'm not a guy.
Nerdy. A lot of times they want, like you said, the IG model types. And it's like, okay, those IG model types might not want you, but that doesn't mean you can't get mad at them. Like if someone is really low key, or maybe they're kind of, shy, they might be really attracted to someone.
Lalu says about we're bad over here. He said no, that's not true because there are good women in every part of the world. Thank you, Lalu. Yes, I'm a good woman, but that's not how they treating us over here. They acting like they're digging. Can't find nobody. Searched all over. Couldn't find nobody. There's good women in all parts of the world, says Lalu. Thank you. Come grab him. All right, guys. Emmanuel has made his entrance. And he's about to unplug some stuff. Grab him. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting? Just grab him. All right. So that is it for today. I just wanted to I don't know if we're gonna delve into this even more, but grab him on the other side. That's it for today. I just wanted to introduce that topic over to you. Maybe we'll talk about it more another time. Beauty is from the inside and not from the outside, so I don't judge by outward looks. Okay, that's good. That's very good. A lot of guys do. A lot of guys do, and that's why they can't find anybody, because they find a girl with a beautiful outside, and then they cannot get, the beautiful inside part. They don't always get. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching the Ruth and Relationship Show. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, and thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. And we sell real estate in Pennsylvania and Delaware. We help you fix your credit. Thank you for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye.